Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Friday, March 15. Dex fears it's too late. Nina causes total embarrassment. Heather's diagnosis. General Hospital GH spoilers for Friday, March 15, reveal that Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner and Marshall Ashford Robert Gossett will talk to Curtis' physical therapist Michael Carson, who perhaps has a connection at the fancy retirement facility where Dr. Paul Braddock now lives. Curtis will seek answers along with Marshall as they find Dr. Braddock for a face-to-face conversation, so we'll see if they can officially set that up. Meanwhile, Stella Henry Verney Watson will hope to pick Kevin Collins' John Lindstrom brain, so she may share her efforts to help Marshall get closure regarding his misdiagnosis. Kevin may eventually admit he'd like to talk to Marshall about all this since he'll deliver a revelation to Marshall at some point on Friday's GH episode. At the Invader, Nina Corinthos Cynthia Watrous will somehow manage to embarrass Gregory Chase Gregory Harrison, so that LL rile Alexis Davis Nancy Lee Gran up. However, Gregory may acknowledge that he is facing a debilitating illness and getting worse every day. Pretending otherwise does me no favors, Gregory admits to Alexis in Friday's preview video. Alexis will also chat with Diane Miller Carolyn Hennessy on Friday's show, so Diane will suggest that a lawyer can dream, can't she? There'll inevitably be some talk about the whole Jason Morgan-Steve Burton situation, so we'll see how Diane's comment might tie in. Regardless, Diane will have a proposal for Alexis to consider, so maybe there's some loophole that can be exploited and offer a chance for Alexis to get back to practicing law. At the hospital, Portia Robinson Brooke Kerr will talk to Hamilton Finn Michael Easton about something interesting in a new report, so we'll see if that ties in with Heather Weber's Allie Mills case. In Heather's room, she'll complain about how no doctor has ever told her anything and will ultimately get some major medical updates. It seems Dr. Enoch Shanti Krishnan will deliver the news and offer a prediction on just how serious Heather's diagnosis is. Across town, Jocelyn Jax Eden McCoy will do everything in her power to stop Dex Heller Evan Hofer from leaving Port Charles. Dex will have concerns about Sonny Corinthos Maurice Bennard retaliating for defying his orders and may fear it's too late to fix things. That said, Dex may argue that disappearing again is his only chance at surviving Sonny's wrath. Jocelyn will disagree and beg Dex to stick around PC, so stay tuned to see how he'll handle all the escalating drama. There's no sign of Jason Morgan Steve Burton in Friday's spoilers or the preview clip, so it looks like viewers will have to wait for the follow-up on that big reveal involving John Jagger Cates Adam Harrington and his leverage. General Hospital spoilers say Jason will remain in a tricky situation, but he has a knack for getting out of those. CDL's the place to be for the hottest General Hospital spoilers, predictions, updates, and news, so stop by frequently for more GH info. Title: General Hospital spoilers. Friday, March 15. Dex fears it's too late. Nina causes total embarrassment. Heather's diagnosis. The sun hung low over Port Charles, casting long shadows across the streets as Friday dawned. The General Hospital buzzed with activity, its corridors filled with the hushed murmurs of doctors and the occasional clatter of equipment. Yet, amidst the controlled chaos of the hospital, personal dramas unfolded, each patient and staff member carrying their own burdens and secrets. In room 302, Dex lay motionless on his hospital bed, his face etched with worry lines as he stared at the ceiling. Tubes snaked across his body, connecting him to various machines that monitored his vital signs. His condition had taken a turn for the worse overnight, and fear gnawed at his heart like a relentless predator. Dr. Jennings, a seasoned physician with kind eyes, entered the room, her expression grave. She approached Dex's bedside, her footsteps echoing softly against the sterile floors. "Dex, I'm afraid we need to talk, she began gently, her voice laced with sympathy. Dex's eyes widened with apprehension as he braced himself for the worst. Is it bad news? He whispered, his voice barely above a hoarse whisper. Dr. Jennings nodded solemnly, her gaze never leaving Dex's face. I'm afraid your condition has deteriorated rapidly. We're running out of options, she admitted, her words heavy with regret. Dex's heart sank like a stone as he struggled to comprehend the gravity of the situation. Tears welled up in his eyes as he realized the fragility of life, the cruel uncertainty that hung over him like a dark cloud. Is there anything else we can do? He choked out, his voice thick with emotion. Dr. Jennings hesitated, her brow furrowed in deep thought. There is one experimental treatment, she began cautiously, but it's risky, and there are no guarantees. Desperation flickered in Dex's eyes as he grasped onto the sliver of hope that Dr. Jennings offered. I'll do it. I'll try anything, he declared, his voice trembling with resolve. Meanwhile, in the hospital cafeteria, Nina found herself at the center of a brewing storm. Clad in her signature designer attire, she sipped her coffee with practiced nonchalance, oblivious to the stares and whispers that surrounded her. Her latest escapade had ignited a firestorm of gossip, leaving her reputation in tatters. Across the room, Ava, a notorious troublemaker with a penchant for drama, seized the opportunity to strike. With a sly smirk, she sauntered over to Nina's table, her heels clicking against the linoleum floor. Well, if it isn't Port Charles's very own femme fatale, she purred, her voice dripping with sarcasm. Nina's jaw tightened as she braced herself for the onslaught of insults that she knew would follow. What do you want, Ava? She retorted, her tone laced with thinly veiled hostility. Ava's smirk widened into a predatory grin as she leaned in closer, her breath hot against Nina's ear. Oh, nothing much, just wondering how it feels to be the talk of the town. Again, she taunted, her words like poison-tipped arrows. Nina's cheeks flushed with embarrassment as she felt the weight of judgment bearing down on her like a heavy burden. The whispers grew louder, the accusing glares sharper, until she felt like she might suffocate beneath the weight of their scrutiny. But just as Nina reached her breaking point, a familiar voice cut through the chaos like a beacon of light. Leave her alone, Ava, came a voice from behind, strong and unwavering. Nina turned to see Michael, her steadfast ally and confidant, standing tall beside her, his expression resolute. Relief flooded through her veins as she realized that she wasn't alone, that even in her darkest moments, there were still those who stood by her side. With a disdainful sniff, Ava backed away, her victory stolen from her grasp. This isn't over, Nina. Not by a long shot, she hissed, her words a promise of future strife. But Nina paid her no mind, for in that moment, she knew that she had weathered the storm and emerged stronger than before. With Michael's hand clasped firmly in hers, she faced the challenges ahead with renewed determination, ready to prove to the world that she was more than the sum of her mistakes. As the day wore on, the halls of General Hospital buzzed with activity, each patient and staff member navigating their own trials and tribulations. In room 415, Heather awaited the results of her latest tests, her heart pounding with fear and uncertainty. Dr. Patel, a young intern with a gentle bedside manner, entered the room, her expression grave. Heather's breath caught in her throat as she braced herself for the worst, her hands trembling with anxiety. I'm afraid I have some difficult news, Dr. Patel began softly, her voice tinged with regret. The tests confirm our suspicions. It's cancer. Heather's world spun out of control as she struggled to process the doctor's words. Tears streamed down her cheeks as she grappled with the harsh reality of her diagnosis, the uncertainty of what lay ahead. But amidst the darkness, a flicker of hope ignited within Heather's heart. She may be facing the fight of her life, but she was not alone. With the support of her friends and family, she would summon the strength to battle this insidious disease with courage and resilience. And so, as the sun dipped below the horizon and darkness descended upon Port Charles, the residents of General Hospital braced themselves for the challenges that lay ahead. For in the face of adversity, they would discover the true depths of their strength and the power of love to conquer even the darkest of days.